Good morning, I'm Kelli Paddon.
And I'm Jean-Louis Bleau.
Welcome to Daybreak Fraser Valley Weekend and
Happy Halloween!
We are mere hours from a steady stream of ghosts and goblins that you can expect to come rapping at your door tonight at, 5?
Probably around 5 o'clock. Some even earlier, especially with the little ones.
Yeah. The only question is, did you get enough candy? Our guests this week, appropriately, include Siobhan D'Souza from Shiverz Designs.
We also have Lee McCaw from Sapphire Creative to share a bit about his new business and also talk about next week's Chillies Awards presented by ANDMAR.
And Natalie Bedard returns with a new episode of Total Wellness sponsored by Crest Contracting Ltd. All this and the Fraser Valley News presented by Black Press Media and the spooky things you can get up to tonight and this weekend coming up after this. Jean-Louis, welcome back to Daybreak. You were Daybreak's very first guest back in March of this year. Feels like longer than that. And now you're back as co-host for a very special and spooky Halloween episode. So thank you for coming back.
Thanks for having me back.
All right, so what have you been up to since the spring?
Actually, it's been a busy time, especially at the Chilliwack Cultural Centre. We've had so many performances that have happened, including it's our 15th anniversary. We launched the season with Colonel Chris Hadfield coming and doing an amazing and inspiring talk. We've also had the Afrikaans Cirque troupe come through, so a group of people from the African diaspora, circus performers, musicians. It was a real highlight of our season so far, and we've just been going gangbusters at the Cultural Centre with so many different performances that are coming up. This past week, we just had Funny You Don't Look Autistic, which was hilarious and heartwarming at the same time.
That's fantastic. I'm a Red member, so I get to save a lot of money on all my tickets for all the awesome shows. So anyone can still become a Red member, right? Anyone
can become a Red member. It's $50 to be a Red member, and you get 25% off curated season tickets to our shows, any of those shows that you want to come to. And we have special offers throughout the year, and we also kind of highlight our Red members and have special Red receptions for key events throughout the year.
Excellent. All right. Nice plug. Okay. I should also mention to the audience that JL has been nominated for a 2025 Chillies Award in the category of Uber Achiever, which is very fancy. So you are certainly an Uber Achiever. And, you know, how did you find out about the nomination? How do you feel about it?
It was my staff that mentioned the nomination to me, and I was really surprised. Honestly, with the names that are there, like Ian Fenwick, Amber Price, Carrie Lynn Victor, Clint Hames, these are like pillars of the community that have actually built up so many of the things that actually take place in Chilliwack. So to be among that list is a very special honor, just to be nominated and included in that. But I kind of reflected on that, and these are amazing people in our community, whom I get to actually kind of like capitalize on all the work that they've done, from Clint, who helped make the center that I now work at a reality, to the work that Amber and Carrie Lynn do with the Miro Festival, and Ian Fenwick being on SEPCO and all the work that he does to bring arts into the community. Yeah. It's really a privilege to just be on that list with those names.
Well, I guess you're a pillar now. All right, let's get into the news stories from around the valley this week, presented by Black Press Media. So I'll start us out in Abbotsford, where there are two stories, both from Brandon Tucker of the Abbotsford News. The first, Abbotsford seeing 3 shootings in less than 3 days. One in Clearbrook early last Saturday morning at Clearbrook and Downs. The victim was sent to hospital with what's described as minor injuries. The other 2 at the 33200 block of George Ferguson Way just before noon on Monday. One 41-year-old male appears to have suffered a serious gunshot wound. Also, Abbotsford has its fair share of disasters in the not-so-distant past. We all remember the atmospheric river and the flooding. There's no telling when the next one might come along, which is why MSA Ford is hosting a workshop to ensure that no locals are caught off guard next time. Hosted in partnership with the Canadian Red Cross, this free event will take attendees through everything that's needed in order to be as prepared as possible to handle any disaster, including learning how to build a Go Kit. So, yeah, that's really important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In Agassiz, Adam Louis of the Agassiz Harrison Observer reports Kent Harrison Search and Rescue volunteers rescued 2 lost anglers in the Chehalis River area early Friday evening, around 5 p.m. with a ground team. There were 2 unsuccessful attempts at rescue before the team was finally able to raft across the river to get the fishermen. Chilliwack Search and Rescue also aided in the search, used a drone to help confirm their location.
Yeah, I think Staylis Fire Department helped out with that one too. Huge thanks to our first responders. In Chilliwack, Jennifer Feinberg of the Chilliwack Progress reported Tuesday this week on a story we also shared in September when local realtor Jill Hall came onto Daybreak program to talk all about the dangers of radon gas. So when their beloved cat died from lung cancer, the Hall family of Chilliwack never suspected radon as the culprit, and it only became evident when Jill Hall herself was diagnosed with radon-related lung cancer as a non-smoker. Hall has been sounding the alarm ever since about the health risks of unchecked radon gas in Chilliwack and beyond. Jessica Peters, also of the Progress, shares that Chilliwack Chiefs break away from a losing streak with 2 home ice wins. The Chilliwack Chiefs broke their early season losing streak with a pair of wins over the weekend on home ice. They hosted the Prince George Spruce Kings on Friday with a final score of 6-2.
And in Hope, Carmoni?
I think it's Carmone Moodley.
Carmone Moodley, okay. In Hope, Carmone Moodley of the Hope Standard reports that the 3rd annual powwow drew hundreds to celebrate Indigenous communities, including dancers from Canada and the U.S. This is a Fraser Cascade School District initiative in a day of celebrating Indigenous pride, cultures, and reconciliation. Banned by the Indian Act of 1876, powwows celebrate the richness and diversity of Indigenous cultures, traditions, and heritage. The ban was eventually lifted in 1951, and today powwows are a cultural exchange and part of healing ceremonies.
Absolutely. So great to see that happening. In Langley, Matthew Claxon of the Advanced Times reports that Langley Township Councillor Kim Richter and her husband Bob Richter were being sued by the mayor and 2 other councillors and are responding in kind with a counterclaim. The original lawsuit claims that the mayor, Bailey, and Rind were libeled by an article on the website, a website called Langley Monitor in 2024. And the videos posted by the Langley Township Watch Facebook page in early 2025 were defamatory. The article and videos all made claims that a political insider got a special deal when the township purchased the new fire trucks in 2024. All right, that's political drama. There's a lot of it going on right now.
There he is.
There it is. After the break, my interview with Lee McCaw of Sapphire Creative, and I am very excited. So we will be right back. Welcome back. I am very excited to have with us Lee McCaw. So not everybody knows you, and we're going to jump into this beautiful piece of hardware, but who are you?
Well, my name's Lee McCaw. I moved to Chilliwack in 2006, actually as the chef for the WHL Bruins when they came to town. And then I transitioned into building and designing commercial restaurant kitchens. And eventually, in my spare time, I became a hockey coach and president of Chilliwack Minor Hockey as well. And then just last year, in December of 2024, me and 3 of my friends decided to purchase a business here in town called Sapphire Creative. That's been around for about 30 years. So it's super exciting to be able to take over such a great business and grow its impact in the community and the partnerships here in Chilliwack.
Okay, so industrial kitchens and minor hockey.
Yes.
And now Sapphire Creative with your partners. So for those who don't know, Sapphire Creative is the Sapphire sponsor for the Chillies Awards this year.
Correct.
And you're going to be presenting an award too,
Yes, right? Yes. Best dramatic duo or group.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm very excited, but I'm going to touch it here. The hardware. So this is beautiful. This is what I think 14 winners will be getting at the Chillies. So how does one get into awards? What do you have to know to have the expertise to be able to be awarding things that are this beautiful?
Great question. I think it really comes down to our relationships with our vendors and our staff. We have a fantastic staff at Sapphire Creative, in particularly Kevin Williams, who's in charge of our awards department, who was able to source this particular award for the Chillies Awards to duplicate what was presented again last year. So we can, if there's anything that you could put your name or your brand on it or create an award, we can do it. So whether that's apparel, social media management, website design, awards, hard goods, you want to make a coffee cup with your husband's face on it for every morning, we can do that for you. It's pretty much anything, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so this award, you said that, Kevin sourced it and was able to find it. So beautiful and artistic, just like the award recipients at the Chillies this year. So every kind of creative is going to be honored. I'm very excited about the Uber Achiever Award as well. And
I'm so excited as well.
I cannot wait to see the results. But you said everything. So let's say I wanted to be giving an award. How would I get... What do I need to know? How do I get in touch with you? What do I need to be...
You can reach us on our website, any of our social media platforms, or you can email us, email myself at lee@sapphirecreative.com, or come by the shop here in Chilliwack, just down on Yale Road next to Cookie's Grill.
Okay.
And you can come and talk to us, and we can definitely help you out with whatever you need. We actually had a customer last week that came in with a white T-shirt and wanted to put Taylor Swift's face with an Eagles logo on when she was wearing an Eagles sweatshirt on the front of a T-shirt. So you can think it up and imagine it. We can put it on a piece of apparel or hard goods.
All right. So my whole thing is sometimes I have an idea, but I don't know the creative end of it. But it sounds like your team is all over that.
100%. Yes. Okay. We have a full team of 4 or 5 different designers, as well as 3 different sales reps that can help you source any kind of apparel, hard good that you want, as well as create any kind of intricate design that you may see fit, or create something that you didn't even know you could imagine.
That you didn't even know. Okay. See, that sounds like what I would need. All right. Well, thank you so much, not only for being a sponsor of the Chillies, a Sapphire sponsor.
My pleasure. We're very proud.
But also all your work with minor hockey and in the community. It takes a village, and I'm so glad you're part of it.
Thank you very much.
I will see you at the awards.
You betcha.
I'm hoping that someone hands me one of these. But I'm excited to be able to see all the creatives that are going to walk away with these beautiful awards. So Sapphire Creative, find them online, on social media, or next to Cookies. And thanks for coming in, Lee.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Kelly.
All right, we will be right back. Welcome back, and welcome to the show, Siobhan. I'm very excited to have you here.
Thanks so much.
So it is Halloween. For those of you who are watching, maybe you've been taking care of the kids, maybe last minute plans came up and you don't have a costume. I have, you talked to me about what you are. You are just like a general zhuzher.
General creative zhuzher, trying to find bits and pieces and create something out of nothing.
So Siobhan has some excellent ideas for us, for you, this morning, if you have somewhere to be tonight.
Well, considering that you are the mother of the Pundertaker, I thought I'd bring some punny costumes your way.
Some punny costumes. I love that. Okay.
If you want to just wear a white shirt and draw some numbers all over it, you can just be someone to count on.
I love that. Someone to count on.
And I have the scariest costume ever. Just wear any shirt, paste some nickels on the back, and you're Nickelback.
Okay, everyone will hate you. Yeah.
Another great one would be wear any old beer shirt that you have, and if you have any tap shoes, you can be beer on tap.
Okay, that really was Pundertaker material.
And if you have any watches or any kind of clocks, print them out, anything, throw them around your waist. You can be a waste of time.
A waste of time. Okay, so those are pretty clever, and you probably have everything you need at home for that. But I know for myself, when I'm thinking, okay, what's a quick costume I can come up with? I mean, you brought these amazing headpieces, but what's some easy makeup that I could do at home if I just had my makeup bag and no costume but needed something?
All you need is a few pencils for this one, maybe a black pencil, a red pencil, even some eyeliner, anything like that. You can turn yourself into a kitty, no problem. Draw hard on your nose, throw some whiskers into place, a little line down to where your lips meet, boom, throw these cute little ears on. Little beaded ones, or make any of them yourself, and you're just instantly a kitty.
That's fantastic. All right. Any other ideas for, okay, you made these. So
These are the little floating witch hats.
they're subtle. They're
Subtle
subtle.
but cute.
But they're these tiny little witch hats. And so you can be a little bit of a witch.
For someone who doesn't want to dress up too much, just something just cute and little, and you're putting a little bit of effort in, but not too much.
Not too much. So Shiverz Design is, your business name. And you've been involved in so many creative things around the community. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I do a lot of work with SOPA, with upcoming show we're going to be doing is Wizard of Oz, and I've been working with SOPA for over 10 years, helping with costuming and hair and makeup and all that good, and props and all that good stuff with the team there. And also I've been doing a lot of work making weird art installations for different music festivals in the summer, and I'm bouncing back and forth doing stuff downtown at Witchy Boo, and I'm all over the place making things fun and creative and magical in any way I possibly can.
Very much a lifetime creative zhuzher. And so Chilliwack School of Performing Arts, amazing programs there.
Yes,
Thank
absolutely.
you for all of the help that you give them. So Wizard of Oz is coming up, but I think I first met you backstage learning how to do hair
Indeed.
because you come up with these concepts, right?
I sure do. It's just, I like making things look great. So if there's a way to actually put an extra little pin curl in there, or do your hair, or do a magical hairpiece in some way to actually just elevate the show just that much more, I'm there. I'm all about it.
All right, so if people are feeling very inspired by you, I hope I see some pictures or tag or put them in the comments or something. If you, especially the waste of time, that's particularly fun. But if people want to get a hold of Shiverz Design, if they want to get a hold of you, how would they find you? Facebook? Or?
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. I also have my website, www.shiverzdesigns.com. You can get a hold of me through there. Anywhere on socials, all that good stuff, yeah.
Okay, and it's Shiverz.
With a Z.
With
I
a
know,
Z.
I'm throwing it off, but
No, that's great. Okay, so any last minute tips for Halloween? We have the cat. Do we have anything for the guys? What if we need to dress up our partner?
I would go with maybe a spooky clown too. You need to drop little triangles under their eyes and a little teardrop if you want to be extra little cautious there. Throw some red around the lips, smear it out a bit, and go as kind of like a weirdo Joker kind of style kind of thing. That's easy.
Tough.
It's not too tough. Yeah.
Yeah, you could talk them into that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much for helping us out on Halloween morning for all of those who haven't got their costume figured out yet. I hope to see you back, and I can't wait to see the next amazing zhuzh that you do.
Awesome. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween. We'll be right back.
Hi again, it's Natalie Bedard, fitness, nutrition, and mindset coach. And I wonder, have you noticed how we have normalized overstimulation? Reels when we eat, YouTube while we're waiting at the doctor's office or waiting in line, constant stimulation from our phones, TVs, computers, so that we really never have time for just stillness, being mindful. If you are as old as I am, when I was younger, when we waited for the bus, we literally just stared at a blade of grass. You had to be mindful. And now we have all of this wonderful technology, which can be used for so much good, but there's an over-reliance on it. And what happens is that our nervous system gets stuck. So we never have time to reset if we never take those moments of silence, of quiet, of just existing and being mindful. And so when we're in that state, it can really interfere with our desire, our motivation to do the things that we say we want to do. It's time to work out and you're like, I feel burned out. It's time to meal prep and you're like, I just don't have the jam. A lot of it can come down to this constant stimulation. So what do you do about it? First thing you can do, take out your phone. Open your settings and look at your screen time. You might be shocked. I have seen mine as high as 8 hours a day. I don't even know how that is possible. So once I became aware of that, I made the choice to take moments of no technology. So when I'm waiting in line, well, one, for instance, was when I was waiting at the doctor's office and I purposely put my phone away and it felt weird. So that was a signal to me that I needed to do that more often. So now, my screen time has been going down. This week I checked, I'm 27% down from the week prior. So that's a win. And it made me start to feel more calm and more motivated as a result. So once you've checked your screen time, you don't have to do the all or nothing and tell yourself you're going to turn off your phone for 24 hours unless you want to. But what you could do is start with just like a tech-free meal. Choose one meal where you put your phone away. You've probably seen it like me when you're out on a dinner date, out with friends, that everybody is on their phones, even when we should be socially interacting with one another. So take a time at home with socializing whenever, but have a tech-free meal. Start there and you can build up. Once you start doing this, taking these times, whether it be when you're waiting in line, you go to grab your phone, you notice that, and you purposely put it away and say, you know what, I'm not going to do that right now. Or you have that tech-free meal. Then do a check-in with yourself and just notice how you feel. Do a mind-body scan and ask yourself, do I feel more relaxed? Notice what comes up for you, but you probably will find that you are more motivated as your nervous system resets, calibrates, and comes more into homeostasis. So try that. The goal isn't to be perfect. It's just to notice, become more mindful versus our mind being full from external things like our phones and TVs. And I promise you, you'll start to feel better.
Well, we're back.
Great interviews today with Lee McCaw of Sapphire Creative and Siobhan D'Souza of Shiverz Designs. And also thank you to Natalie Bedard of Total Wellness, presented by Crest Contracting, for helping keep us well.
Yeah. So Jean-Louis, I understand you have very big plans this week.
I do. I'm actually going to be traveling to Singapore, and it's partially a vacation, but I always like to mix in a little bit of work with that. So I'm actually excited to be meeting with two executive directors of some fairly large performing arts centers, the Esplanade Arts Center and the Star Performing Arts Center in Singapore, and the artistic director of one of the festivals in Singapore. So I always like to travel, find out new ideas that I can maybe bring back to the Chilliwack Cultural Centre. And then I do have a little bit of vacation mixed in with that, going to Cambodia and Vietnam.
All right. Well, we're very spoiled that you get to find such great ideas. Be sure to send me a postcard.
I will do that.
Okay. All right. So happening here in the Fraser Valley in Abbotsford tonight, it's gotta be Man Farms. So Haunted Corn Maze, Terror at Tanglebank, or Witch Corner at Scott's in Abbotsford. At Man's tonight is the final night, so don't miss out. At Tanglebank, this is a new haunted attraction, and again, your last chance to see it. For Witch Corner, you have tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday to see the folklore sculptures and solve riddles and prizes. So it sounds pretty intriguing.
Yeah. And in Chilliwack, if you haven't already been to Reapers at Fantasy Farms, you have tonight and tomorrow as your last chance of the season to have the bejesus scared out of you. It's a Chilliwack tradition and a colon cleanser for sure. Tonight at 10 a.m., the Chilliwack Grand Festive Market at Evergreen. And yes, the countdown to Christmas begins.
And tonight at Heritage Park, keep in mind, this is Halloween night, we get the start of the 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Christmas 2025 at the Vintage Barn Market at Heritage Park. And JL, please tell me there are some cool things happening at the Cultural Centre?
There's always cool things happening at the Cultural Centre, but one of note is the Chilliwack School of Performing Arts has Destination Broadway tomorrow at 7:30. We also have Old Songs, New Songs, which is the Bergman duo featuring Ryan Davies, Sunday at 2:30. And of course, a plug for next Friday, the 2025 Chillies Awards presented by ANDMAR.
Excellent. Good plug. All right, in Langley, The Nightmare After Halloween at Oak and Thorn on 88th Avenue. Not exactly sure I'm into Halloween on All Saints Day, which is what November 1st is. But if I'm in Langley on Sunday, I would be up for a brunch buffet, a patio restaurant on 48th Avenue. I mean, why not? Brunch, always why not? I think they actually do their brunch most Sundays.
And in Mission, it's something for the kids. From 3 to 5 p.m. tonight, bring your children to downtown Mission. In the area around Railway, 1st Avenue, 2nd Avenue, and the side streets, which they call the Candy Zoo.
Candy Zone.
Candy Zone.
The zone. It's probably
but it's
also
also
a
a
zoo
if there's going to be kids there. House with businesses handing out candy for the kids. A nice, safe, friendly Halloween for the real young ones. This is sponsored by Remax Magnolia.
That's a fantastic idea. All right, so Jean-Louis, I'm so happy that you were on our special Halloween episode this week. I hope you have a great flight.
Thank you.
Best of luck next Friday at the Chillies Awards.
Thank you.
And to all of you, thank you for sharing your time with us this morning. Happy
Halloween.
And have a fabulous Fraser Valley weekend.